Sharp Game here, coming at you with another episode from ChooseYourRelationships.com off of Love Can't Wait, which can be found on Amazon.com. And I got a long email from a subscriber and someone that bought some of my products online, and I thought I would share it and comment on certain parts of the email. So basically, this guy, the stuff that he bought online for me made a difference in his life. And so the past 2 years, his life is like 180, really, and that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. So here we go. I'm going to start reading this. Okay, he said, hey, Mr. Sharp Game, your work has helped me reprogram myself to where I am now, doing more things right than wrong. And, at the end of the day, it's really all about finding something that works for you and applying that in your life and doing things that actually work. It's something that won't interrupt your day, and something that becomes a part of your normal routine. That's what it's really about. And something that you can do on a consistent basis. Because when you start doing something new, it's going to be very difficult in the beginning. It's going to be a lot of resistance. It's not always easy all the time. So I get it. He went on to say, 2 years ago, I fell into a needy, clingy, addictive love with a female friend of mine and was completely rejected. Not the first time this has happened. This pain and rejection was the greatest gift I have ever received. I have grown more in the past 2 years than I have in the previous 20. And the beauty of pain and suffering is that you can always move forward. You can always, change and learn from the previous things that happened. And sometimes you might have to hit rock bottom, because based on my experience, most people don't change until the heat is on, or until something tragic happens in their family, like maybe people started dying, the parents died, your grandmother died, your sister died, your brother died, maybe you had a baby. People don't really change very much until things get tough or until the heat is on their ass. That's when people change, for the most part. So he went on to say, at the time I was 39, single and alone for over 20 years, overweight, miserable, and pretty much hated myself and the world. I was closed off to most everything and everybody. I was programmed with a dysfunctional view of myself, women, attraction, dating, relationships, and love. These programs were causing me to behave in ways that guaranteed failure. So what happens is, we grow up with our belief systems and we learn from people around us, and we spend the rest of our life trying to overcome stuff that happened in our childhood and stuff. A lot of this stuff we didn't really have anything to do with because we're kids. And, things happen and that we don't understand, and we start looking for a way to justify certain things that happen in the world based on our experience. And we kind of paint an image in our mind of what really happened But a lot of times it's not really the case. It's just based on our perception, you know. And you have to remember that people will always act and behave and do things based on how they see it, you know. But I mean, growing up, we don't really realize that shit until later, you know, in our adult life. So he goes on to say, I needed better programming, a better map, a better playbook, if you will. I immediately consumed every molecule of information I could on these subjects. A year ago, I found your work, and let me say, it is hands down the best, most practically useful and healthy approach to dating, pickup, and relationships I have found in over 2 years of searching. Well, I appreciate that, man. And I put a lot of time and I put a lot of work in this shit. And I wrote the 2 books that I wrote, you know, a lot of it's, well, all of it, based on my experiences over the past 20 years. And of me traveling around the world, meeting different people from a lot of different cultures. So when I speak from my experience. I don't talk on theory and talk on what other people, talk about what I heard from other people and any of that shit. And if you don't have my books, click the link below this video. And if you like downloading ebooks, you can actually read the first chapter for free. You don't have to wait on the actual paperback book to come in the mail. You can download it for free and start reading it today. So he goes on to say, here's how I turned myself around and attracted the woman of my dreams. I started exercising and I've lost 90 pounds and now I'm very fit. Well, that's good, man. That's good for you. You know, if you feel good about yourself, you know, happiness is an inside job. So you got to go in and you reflect out. And he goes on to say, I practice my social skills, have exciting new hobbies, and upgraded my friends. Well, you're only as strong as the people that you have around you. And the relationships you have is dictated upon the life you can expect. And you have to always remember that you're the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with, or the 5 people that influence you. You know what I mean? And that's just how that shit is, really. And he goes on to say, I improved my psychology, got my own place, bought a car, cell phone, joined social media, created YouTube videos, have been meditating, approaching, and dating women, and have been saying yes to opportunities when they present themselves. Well, opportunities tend to come when you start enjoying your life and you like doing what you're doing. Everything kind of flows, you know. It's kind of like if you have a good vibe about yourself when you're out and about, and you know, you suited and booted from head to toe. People, women, they pick up on that shit. People get the vibe, you know. So that pretty much comes with the territory. If you feel good about yourself, you're enjoying your life, you know, opportunities pretty much present itself at some point in time. And he said, the crucial key has been relentless exposure to your book and videos. Despite constant, painful, and overwhelming desire to fall back into my weak and needy behavior. Well, like I said, if in the beginning, once you get exposed to new information, it's gonna be always easy to fall back into bad habits, because you have to you have to keep evolving. You have to keep striving to be a better version of self. This is why you have to keep learning, because if you become stagnant it's very easy to fall back into bad habits. This is why you always have to keep learning. This is why when people come out of college or high school, they take on the attitude like, hey, I'm done with school. I don't got to learn shit no more. And that's just not the game, you know. Once you stop learning, you die. Either you're growing or you're dying. That's it. There's no neutral position in this game. This has not been very easy. Every fiber of my being wants to be weak and needy. Well, you know, you have to always keep striving and trying to achieve the results that you want in order to be successful at anything, really. And, you know, it's once you get used to doing something, you know, in the beginning it's difficult, but once you get used to it, it becomes natural, effortless. So you have to be consistent, and you have to be resilient, you know, when it comes to taking on a new challenge of sort. So he goes on to say, I have read your book over 15 times. God damn, 15 times. And watch your videos daily. I am no longer alone. I now have a wonderful man in my life. Your work continually corrects me as I navigate my way through this relationship. Your work has helped me find a deeper love and respect for myself and others. Now, every time I find myself not knowing what to do in a given situation, I ask myself the most important question your work taught me. What would a person who loves and respects themselves do? Well, that's good, man. I'm just happy this shit is making a difference with somebody out here, to be honest with you, you know. Because when I first wrote my first book, I was really scared to death. I didn't really know how people would respond to it, to be honest. And by the time I wrote the second book, that's when I was like, okay, you know, I started to become more comfortable with it. And finally, this is the end. I have so much further to go and so much more to do, but you have helped me get onto the right path. You have lifted me up, dude. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Well, that's a good story, man. So that's pretty much the end of the email by this guy. And like I said, man, if you haven't read my book, you can click the link below this video and you can read the first chapter for free. And if you like it, you can buy the whole thing. And you don't have to wait to get the paperback if you decide to get that in the mail. And the video is below. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Check out my blog, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, Sharp Games out. Peace.